A willing passer, a trait you love to see in a young star.
Out to Oladipo. The three, Smith. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Orlando with the ball. 3-point lead. Pass to Suggs. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team foul.
Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor. But now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role.
For three, George. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. The Jazz are making progress. Coach Will Hardy said this team has shown grit and character and has developed a lot of confidence. When we're going through game preparations, the players walk away knowing if they do certain things, they can win. That's a big step in the right direction.
A bright future, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Banchero. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And it's Wagner off the drive. And he makes it on the layup.
Well, there's Wagner using that size to get a good look on the drive.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan. So both teams making some changes here. Pass to Thomas. Back to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
The physical play by Duren at the rim, which doesn't allow much room for interference.
Anthony feeling it out a bit. Here's Walsh. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Thomas outside. Pass to Duren. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. Here's Alexander Walker. Offline with a three. Jazz trail by 4. Here's Springer. Nails it from 3.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Jaquez. And he drops it in from the low post.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Got a piece of it. Thomas with the ball, guarded by Smith. Pass to Springer. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Sensabaugh. No good. That would have tied it. Here's Walsh. Second chance shot. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Orlando ahead, leading by 3.
The Jazz, 14.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And for Orlando, what jumps out to you guys, stat-wise?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
And here's Anthony. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. It'll be the second of 3 straight games on their home floor. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Oladipo outside. Inside. Pass to Smith. Back to Şengün. Fires from deep. Granger, no good. Orlando leading. Here's Walsh. Shot from the low post is good.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
to the paint. Here's Şengün. Orlando grabs the miss.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Oladipo left side. Launches a three. They get it again. George outside. Here's Şengün. Off the mark there with a three.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
And you think about what Jaquez has done early in his career. It's pretty impressive, Stan.
Well, Brian, people tend to underrate college players who play multiple years. He was basically a finished product before he reached the NBA.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Oladipo's got 6 points.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Şengün. On defense, the Jazz. It's a three-point game. Now here's George. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. This one for three. Another three for Utah.
He's already got 9 points from three-point range. They need to pay attention to him wherever he is.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Outside Jaquez. It's good. Jaquez has got his second bucket of the night.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Smith with it. Jaquez covers. George outside. And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's his first foul.
Timeout.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. A different look here for Utah.
It's your 407 Tennessee.
And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Shot clock at 6. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Thomas misses.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
They get it back. Jazz trail by 5. Pass to Sensabaugh. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Isaac. A minute 35 left to play in the first half. Here's Hendricks. Drills it from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Wagner. Duren with a rebound.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
Pass to Hendricks. Here's Duren. 6 to shoot. Here's Hendricks. Defended by Wagner. Hendricks, no good.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Well, with his size and power, Wagner can seem unstoppable at the rim.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Utah shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And he drops the first. And it's 6-10. Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Pass to Springer. Back to Thomas. Here's Sensabaugh. He nails it, and we're tied.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Here's Banchero. Here he goes. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Magic out in front. They lead by a bucket. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. So it's Utah now, trailing by 2. Over to the wing. Smith outside. Şengün, the screen. Here's George. The shot won't fall. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. For 3, Anthony. No good there. Pass to Granger. Now here's Oladipo. Offensive board.
And I love when Şengün is aggressive inside, making the D foul him right there.
These are his first free throws of the game. No good on the free throw. Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
And Anthony slams it in.
Well, that's where Anthony is at his best, when he's getting downhill and attacking the basket.
Double team on Oladipo. Pass to Granger. Here's Şengün. No good with the triple.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors, starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
And so Şengün will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. 4-point game. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road.
Scoreless in their first 5 attempts since halftime. It's getting ugly.
Pass to Smith. Sinks that one from the post. Smith's got his second basket on the night.
And I like the feel that Jaquez has. A high IQ player.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Yeah, great finish by Şengün. I love when he goes up with power.
Anthony up top. Clock at 6. Pass to Jaquez. From deep. Utah grabs the miss.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Orlando making some changes. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Oladipo with the ball. Now guarded by Suggs. Pass to Şengün. For 3, Oladipo. He buries it from 3. Oladipo's got 9.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Up top, Suggs. Here's Black. Going inside. 4 on the clock. Suggs, no good. Utah trailing here. Smith outside. Back to George. Smith right side. Stripped it away. In In transition, the Magic on the run. Oh, okay!
Oh, my God.
I mean, you talk about it factor. Banchero's got it, man. What a move.
Here's Şengün. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Suggs outside. Pass to Isaac. Back to Suggs. From the arc. Utah grabs the miss. Oladipo outside. And here's Şengün. Back to George. 6 on the shot clock. For the lead. Here's Şengün. And that misses. That would have put him up. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Suggs with it. 11 seconds left in the third. Jacks up a 3. Fires in the triple. Suggs has got 5. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Orlando ahead. They lead by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Orlando leading by 3. Pass to Banchero. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
Here's Hendricks, guarded by Banchero. Here's Hendricks. 5 on the clock. Now here's Thomas. Shot is up. Tries again. And he sinks the layup.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Pass to Banchero. 3-pointer off the mark. Jazz trail by 4. Thomas outside. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Will Hardy said to the team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
We love to see Şengün's confidence continue to grow. Just fantastic work off the catch.
To the wing, right side. Here's Walsh. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. And the Magic lead by 4.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Offensive rebound. Back to Şengün. Up and over Smith. George outside. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
And he makes all 3. Now Anthony. Takes it inside.
Wow! Yeah, nice focus to get it to fall. Now Anthony gets his chance at the line.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
Yeah, and their team-first approach is another thing you have to like. And they've had great ball movement and are getting a lot of points off assists.
Utah with another miss. Magic leading by 4. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Back to Alexander Walker. Pass to Anthony. 4 on the clock. There's the triple. That shot, no good. Jazz trail by 4. George with it. Guarded now by Jaquez. Here's Granger. Here's Smith. Alexander Walker grabs the board. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Down low. Shot's good by Granger.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver it.
Connects from downtown.
Well, Anthony is going to see those gaps and exploit them. He's got good vision.
Pass to Oladipo. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. From downtown. It's rebounded by Şengün. Jazz trail by 5. Releases. The shot by Oladipo, no good.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Pass to Anthony. There's 57 seconds left to the fourth. And it's Şengün with the ball for the Jazz. Oladipo on the take. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. That's on Jalen Smith.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line. And clearly not affected by the moment.
And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now. Yes! Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
The 3. And it's Orlando with a rebound. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
That one drops for him.
Yeah, Wagner doesn't fear contact. He'll take it right into the defense down there.
So the Magic win it. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
What up? Welcome to the Live Big Fella Talk Show. Oh yeah, and I'm Big Fella. Hold up, you know I got a little fella with me, cameraman, man, and ugly fella. And you know, oh yeah, we live now. But what up? You know I walk in working my shoulder. 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 I balance up, I balance up, I balance up, I balance. They talking about push through. Push who? Lil James in this thing, man. They talking about push through. Push who? Lil James in this thing, man. You know I walk in working my shoulder. 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 Yeah, he be like ball head, ball head, ball head, ball head. You know I walk in working my shoulder. 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 Yeah, that cameraman get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. The